For this problem, we're going to do another partial fraction decomposition. If we look at our expression here, we see that the denominator has a linear factor and it has a repeated irreducible quadratic factor. It means that our partial fraction decomposition is going to take on this form. I'll write 4x squared minus 3 over x times x squared plus 3 quantity squared. And if we decompose that, we're going to get a divided by x, our linear factor, plus bx plus c over x squared plus 3, that's our quadratic factor, plus dx plus e over x squared plus 3 quantity squared. We're going to clear the fractions by multiplying by this denominator. That'll give us the identity 4x squared minus 3 is equal to a times x squared plus 3 quantity squared plus x times x squared plus 3 times bx plus c plus x times dx plus e. Now we need to collect like terms. When we do that, we're going to get an equivalent equation. 4x squared minus 3 is equal to a plus b, is x to the 4th, plus c x cubed plus 6a plus 3b plus d times x squared plus 3c plus e times x and plus 9a, which would be our constant. Using the equation we've just written, we're going to equate the coefficients on either side of the equation to get a system of equations. When we equate the coefficients, we get the following system. We'll get a plus b equals 0, c equals 0, 6a plus 3b plus d equals 4, 3c plus e equals 0, and 9a equals negative 3. We can look and see in the second equation, we already know that c is going to equal 0. We'll go ahead and write that down. Look at the very last equation, 9a equals negative 3. That tells us that a is equal to negative 1/3. Since we know what a is, we can plug that into our first equation to solve for b. So we're going to get negative 1/3 plus b equals 0. That tells us that b has to equal positive 1/3. And now we know a and b, so we can plug that into our third equation, both of those values, to find out what d is. So we'll have 6 times negative 1/3 plus 3 times 1/3 plus d equals 4. Here we'll get negative 2 plus 1 plus d equals 4. So it'll give us a negative 1. If we bring that over, d is equal to 5. So we have a, b, c, and d. We just need to know what e is. We know that c is equal to 0. And since 3c plus e must also equal 0, we know that e has to equal 0. We go back to our partial fraction decomposition now. Since we know a, b, c, d, and e, we're going to say that 4x squared minus 3 divided by x times x squared plus 3 quantity squared is equal to negative 1/3 over x plus 1/3 x over x squared plus 3 plus 5x over x squared plus 3 quantity squared.